Marijuana is one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. Like there's some people that will get paranoid from trying it and they'll never do it again. And they are distributing it in many different shapes, ways, and forms. Hello everybody, my name is Pej. I'm a drug interventionist. I help people with addiction problems. I help people with alcoholism and mental health. Today we're going to talk about marijuana addiction. So marijuana has changed in the last few decades, most definitely. There was a time, obviously, like many moons ago when I was younger, and we used to smoke weed. It was just regular marijuana. Sometimes it was homegrown. Sometimes it was grown. Some horticulturalists would grow it inside of a grow room. There was different potencies. Some of them were extremely powerful. Some of them were not so powerful. But what I've noticed over the years is people have done so many different things with marijuana. Everything from weed pens to carts, different ways that people are smoking it, using it. There's edibles. A lot of people are using edibles. I've kind of felt like I needed to talk about this today because, again, a lot of people are reaching out to me. It's interesting. Through the TikTok space, a lot of people are sending me messages privately, now through Instagram too, telling me, they're usually youngsters. A lot of them are between the ages of 12 to 16, 17 years old. They're adolescents. Their brains haven't fully developed yet. And they're like in the pre-contemplative state of wondering if this is a bad thing. They usually are telling me, listen, I'm doing nic, which is short for nicotine, or I'm doing carts. And the carts are basically THC carts. They are using them to get high, but they're also wondering if they should be doing this. I personally look back to when I was a youngster and I first started experimenting with any kind of drugs or alcohol. With alcohol, it wasn't really much of a question in my mind. I saw people having fun with it. It was usually our family members, so drinking didn't seem like, there wasn't like this guilt that was associated with it. However, when it came to weed, I remember being a youngster and, with everything that they taught us in all the health classes and drugs are bad, this, that, and the other. I remember having that initial thought of, if I do this, will I become addicted to it? And sure enough, when I tried marijuana as a youngster, right away I loved it. Marijuana is one of those things that you either love it or you hate it. Like there's some people that will get paranoid from trying it and they'll never do it again. Then there's some people that will do it and they'll do it quite regularly. And there's some people that can do it recreationally, if that's even a thing. But personally, I was doing it on a daily basis and knowing all along in the very beginning that this could become addictive and I shouldn't do it. So when I hear teenagers now are hitting me up, asking me what do you think, should I quit? I don't know how to tell a teen this is how you should quit, because most teens don't listen. I think some of them are in fear, some of them are curious, some of them are wondering. I don't think they're wondering if it could develop into other types of addictions. Maybe some of them do, but most of them are wondering if that addiction within itself, marijuana addiction, is going to become a problem for them. So sometimes the best thing I could do for them is to tell them, this could kill all of your talents. This could kill your productivity. This could take away from any type of dream or ambition that you may have or goal. And even telling them that, kids will be kids. A lot of them will hear that stuff and say, thanks for the information. I'm going to continue doing this. And most likely, a lot of them continue to keep smoking weed. But nowadays, when I get just bombarded with a whole lot of messages in relation to it, there's a book that I found and I bought myself on Amazon. It's called Quitting Weed. And I will send them a picture of this and say, maybe you want to order this book. It doesn't cost that much. You can get it on Amazon. Read it. Because there's many different breakdowns of marijuana addiction, how it happens, why it happens, how one feels on it, how good it feels, and then how one wants to get off of it and how to go about it. Obviously, there's 12-step programs that are geared towards marijuana addiction. People can go to them. They could either be in the meetings or they can actually read the book that was written that is based around marijuana addiction, and then find somebody who they call a sponsor that might be able to take you through the 12 steps of Marijuana Anonymous. But for the most part, what I'm noticing is that, again, and I made a video about this with hallucinogens, the marijuana that's out there these days, or the THC that's out there these days, they are distributing it with high potency. I gotta say, they're using the concentrate. I'm talking like the most potent form percentage-wise of the THC, and they are distributing it in many different shapes, ways, and forms. Some of them are in candy type wrapper things. I'm talking like candy that has it in it. Some of it might be chips. It might be all different types of snacks, things like that people will use, and they dress it up and make it look like it is actually a product, like a professional product that we see in everyday household items. But these are actually marijuana laced carts or marijuana type of objects that people can use, edibly, like somehow they can take it and use it. And then obviously there's the weed pens that a lot of people are using. That's the wax, that's out there. And, with marijuana legalization, like happening in many different types of states, by it becoming legalized, people make it an excuse that they can use it. But obviously you have to be of age to be able to use it. And so people are able to still go to dispensaries and get marijuana brought to them, or it's shipped to them, or however they may get it. But regardless of the fact, marijuana addiction can definitely transfer into other types of addictions, because maybe the marijuana isn't enough, or maybe it makes you lazy, or it makes you overweight, or it makes you eat a lot to where you become overweight. So people will sometimes start to seek other types of drugs throughout their journey of using marijuana to try to lose weight, such as methamphetamines. I'm talking from personal experience. And then some people will go on to do other things, or they like to do marijuana in unison with other types of drugs because they complement each other. Example, marijuana and, drinking, or meth, or many different types of things. There's certain types of euphoria that someone can encounter when they're on two different types of drugs at once. So if you or somebody that is suffering with marijuana addiction, please do not hesitate to call us. The phone number is right below. You can also subscribe to our channel. We talk about all different types of addictions, as well as mental health and alcoholism. We also have a weekly podcast called Peggy's Recovery Corner. It's my recovery corner, where a lot of different types of people come on from all walks of life that have had all different types of addictions, alcoholism, mental health, and they are in the recovery process. They are recovered or recovering, however you want to put it. Please look for that too on my YouTube channel, and we are also on any type of podcast platform as well. Peggy's Recovery Corner. Thanks.